Hi everybody, Driving with Dane here, coming to you with another cool video right next to 16th Street here in Cedar Rapids, which is kind of busy, on this Highlander Hybrid. This one is an XLE. This was a, we call it a used car factory order here. I'm still getting used to all the new things here at Castle, but basically, depending on what type of vehicle you want, if we don't have it, our owner and our owner's son, Landon and Roger Castle, or Roger Castle's the owner, Landon is his son, who's actually on the NASCAR circuit, which is kind of cool. We'll take a look nationally and see what is available that we can get for it. This car was picked up for a customer, but they ended up going with something a little bit different. The cool thing with this is, it is a 2025 Highlander Hybrid. This one's an XLE, and it has, as you can see right there, 90 miles on it. So, makes it basically a new car. Kind of like the ones I'm a little more used to covering. Once again, an adjustment. But I wanted to talk about this car a little bit. Wait for the dinging to go away. So this one is a little bit new to me. I've spent some time in previous Toyotas, but not much in the brand new ones. So you can see this has got a this has a Toyota Connect function, basically for the built-in navigation. Which is kind of interesting, and this display is kind of revamped. Something I've always liked about Toyotas, they do this little shelf setup. So this is for your wireless charge pad for your phone, and then you've got kind of another little cubby down there you could also slide your phone into, and then USB-Cs and a USB. I would say the Highlander's always had this huge center console as well, with this little removable tray. So you can see this one has the locking lug nuts kit. I can try and get this back in there. But you see, you just pull this closed. Giant center console. XLE, so this has got leather seats. This particular one has a bench seat. So you can see 7-passenger, actually 8-passenger, because there's 3 seats back there. You've got your sunglasses holder with this little mirror I set up, which I believe if you go, there's a way to get this to stick partway open so that you can keep an eye on your kids as you drive. Oop. There we go. Has a sunroof as well, manual shade, power glass with those 2 buttons right there on either side of the SOS. The other cool thing is it's been very quiet in here. The car is actually off. As you can see, it says EV up there because this is a hybrid. So the car will kind of default to an EV mode, but as you know, with most hybrids, as you drive, the hybrid battery runs out pretty quickly, so you'll end up, oops, wrong button. You'll end up switching to the engine, but you can see the energy flow, which I've always really liked. So you can see the battery's about 3/4 of the way full, and right now we're not doing anything because the heat and AC and stuff isn't on, and we're not driving anywhere. I've always thought that was kind of cool. You can kind of control that a little bit with these drive modes here, and this one over here. You can see it just kind of toggles normal, sport, or eco. Of course, most of the time, leave it in normal. Oh, we are in Celsius, though. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to change the units here. I'm going to assume it's probably not up here. Oops. Hold OK, detail settings. Ah, there we go. Miles per gallon. Digital speed. Okay. We'll dig into that a little bit more, but a little interesting, it says Celsius up there. The other thing I like about Toyota is their kind of power gauge on either side. So the speedometer's on the right, along with the fuel gauge, very similar to what everyone's used to seeing. On the left side, you can see coolant down there at the bottom, and then you can see an eco, power, and charge. So basically, this replaces your rev gauge on a hybrid because things are controlled a little bit differently. When the needle sits right in the middle like it is right now, basically the car is at idle or not moving. As you drive, it'll move up in the eco range. If you put your foot down pretty hard, this has 243 horsepower between the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and the hybrid engine, or hybrid system. You'll move into the power side, which is basically you're asking for more power and driving sporty, high in the rev range as opposed to in the eco range, which is more economical. And then when you apply your brakes, you'll notice the needle actually drop down into the charge section. Charge basically is just recovering electricity using regenerative braking. So pretty common for hybrids. Saves wear and tear on brakes, recharges the battery when you're looking at the power flow over here like we talked about. And overall, just a really cool efficiency measure. A couple other controls. You've got a heated steering wheel. This car does have heated seats and heated mirrors. You'll see all pretty intuitive. Something else I like about Toyota, these temperature knobs are huge and super easy to grab. You won't miss them. And then these are pretty easy and intuitive as well for up or for down. We're gonna go ahead and turn off again, so you don't really need it today. It's not terribly cold out, but it's really windy. So you can see our little flags kind of whipping around out there today. And then some other things I like about the Highlander, this big shelf here. And then you have your nice big glove box there. Their keys have also gotten a little bit better, I think. They're a little more substantial now and a little classier. And also, again, super easily laid out. So panic, press and hold to unlock the trunk, or open the trunk, unlock, lock. Pretty self-explanatory, nothing terribly complicated there. Obviously, this is kind of just a brief look since I haven't gotten to spend a ton of time with these Highlanders. They do have a couple other cool safety things. This is your lane keep assist. This is called like sonar or radar cruise control, which is basically your adaptive cruise. Normal cruise controls over here. Mode takes you between AM, FM, and Bluetooth or Sirius XM. Station forward, station backward. This buttons over here, you were watching me control what's going on up here on the gauge cluster. Because I got to dig back in here and figure out how to change the units back. But, well, maybe it's in here. Let's take a look. Nope. So a lot of these things are customizable. And then you can see volume and obviously for voice command as well. This will have CarPlay and Android Auto as well. I'm not sure if it's wired or wireless on this one. I'd have to dig into it a little bit more, but let me know if you like videos like this, if you think this Highlander is cool, and what else I can check out for you. So like I said, I'm going to have some more variety at Castle just because of the nature of being a used car dealer. So for example, I mean, I've got a Ford Edge next to me and some close to new Palisades. The Tesla Model X is one I'm thinking about covering over there just because of the Falcon doors. Appreciate your guys' time again. Keep driving with Dane. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed.